to my channel. Sorry that this video is coming up late, but I am going to set up in my reading journal the June reading spreads. So my inspiration is going to be bees and flowers. So let's just jump right on in. Before I show you my setup for June, this is just a flip through of May. I'm going to try to remember to do these guys just so you can see how I use my journal. But yeah, like for the read around the world, I usually do like a food, at least 2 books, try to do the flag somewhere, and I write my facts down there. And then I kind of added this stamp, which I wish I didn't, but oh well. And so like the hikeathon didn't do as well as I wanted to, but I did get 3 out of the 6, and then I got 1 activity prompt badge. And then again, I wish I had filled this more, but I liked this idea a lot. And then that is how I use my wrap up. And so yeah, oh, and then I also added this in here, places I've been in books. And what I did is I colored where the setting was, but like how you see this is like not finished. I decided that if there was a book that had 3 different settings, I'll just do like a third that state, and then I'll just fill it in if I read another book set in that state. So that just kind of how my brain works. But yeah, so that was just the new thing. And then let's go ahead and get started into June. All right, so moving right along, like I said, decided to do a flower and honeycomb bee themed. I was really feeling the colors pink and yellow, and so that's what I kind of came up with. As you see, I do have some of the pencil drawings already done, and that's just because when I was planning, I wanted to use a lot of the material that I had on hand. I didn't want to buy anything. And so I actually did an overhaul of my craft room and got rid of a lot of things. And so everything was pretty much organized already, and I just kind of looked and sifted through that. So as I did that, I decided to go ahead and just plan for, June and pencil some things in. This is me just doing the, what's it called? The honeycombs. And at first I used this, I guess this highlighter. I don't know what it's called, but it's from Archer and Olive. It came in a subscription box, but it's dual-sided, and I got the color honeycomb. And I initially just did the outlines in the yellow, but later on you're going to see that I outlined it in that Micron pen in black because I wanted it to have like a more standout feel. So I did the honeycomb, sped it up, and colored them in. And then my idea was that I was going to cut the Dutch door of these honeycombs, and you're going to see that shortly. But I thought it would be really cool to kind of cut along the honeycomb edges on that right side. And so I did pull out scissors at first, and then realized that it was going to be a little tricky for me to cut like with the scissors. So I just kind of cut along the edge of the honeycombs that are sticking out the furthest. And then I'm going to pull out this razor, what's it called, like box cutter that I really got years ago at Home Depot. I think it was like one of those free ones. And it's kind of one of those you have to break the blade once the blade gets dull, which is really scary for me. But yeah, you can kind of see I was having a rough time trying to cut the edges. So I do have to break that blade again. Anyways, so I'll speed that up, but I really like how you know, this element looked with like the Dutch door. And so, yeah. All right. So this first page is going to be my cover page. And I'm also going to put down the books and readathons that I will be doing for the month of June on this cover page. June, I did in a stencil, and I'm going to take a Tombow dual brush pen to kind of color it in. I think this is Micron in size 3, the Micron pen in size 3. So a lot of elements you're going to see in this video, like I said, are things that I have on hand. And I did use stickers within the video because I have a ton of these stickers, guys. I'm talking like I was a sticker hoarder. I took the time to organize all my stickers and even color coordinated. I know, sounds real crazy, but color coordinated some of the stickers as well. And so I really want to use up a lot of what I own before I try to buy things. And so that's what I've pulled here, and also washi tape too. You'll see that later. All right, so I decided also that I wanted to pull out the dictionary word bloom, and that is to open into flowers, to produce abundant plant life, especially unexpectedly, to appear healthy and vigorous. And I thought bloom was the perfect word to use because I am using those flowers. I had these little stamps. They're all individual letters. And so I pulled out an ink pad, and I'm just stamping TBR. I'm not very good with stamps, guys. You're going to see later on how terrible I am with them. But here, I mean, I did okay. Oh, and then when I tried to put down the sticker, I totally like smeared it. And I was like, well, that was very smart. Anyways, on the other sticker, I am going to stamp other. And here I missed the spacing. So I kept it in this video just to show like I do make mistakes, and we just kind of, you know, move on from them. But don't be afraid like to move on from a mistake. You don't have to keep it. You can get rid of it. It's just a sticker. It's fine. I got another sticker and it's slightly bigger. It didn't bother me much. So as far as like not having the same size of the box stickers, so I just redid it. But you can see that O looks like a Q. So I end up later taking a white jelly roll pen to, you know, clean up the edges a little bit. But for the most part, like some of the other markings you see, I didn't, you know, clean up. I just kind of left it. All right. So from there, I filled in my TBR later and my readathons later off the screen. But I had this Tombow dual brush pen that I just highlighted the dictionary, the definition of the word of bloom, and just stuck it there. So I also had another little flower sticker that I just put right there. All right. The next page, this had, I had an idea, but I didn't mark it out. This is going to be my Read Around the World page. And for this, I had a lot of these stickers came from Happy Planner. I was so big into the Happy Planner and the stickers. And so this came from I think it's their Sophisticated Floral sticker packet. And those are the stickers I'm going to use. That washi tape also came from the subscription box. I think it was May with the spring one. But it has this hexagon, like bee, honeycomb shapes on it. And so I thought that would be like good to use. Anyways, so I did the 2 washi tape strips on the side. Later on, I'm going to color the back of those hexagons in black. So you will see that when I do my final flip through. But yes, so these sophisticated floral stickers are actually a rose gold, really pretty. And at certain lightings, they might look like black outlines. But I'm just playing around with how like them bunched up on the bottom. And I just thought I would add that rose gold element. It's kind of pinkish to me, so I just, again, used what I had. I was just mostly going with like the flowers, the bees, the honeycomb. So it might look chaotic or out of place, but in the end, it turned out really pretty in my opinion. So I'm cutting them up and just trying to layer them. And then I'm also going to take that razor again and like cut around the overlaps as much as I can. But some of the overlaps I kind of left because you can't really tell. So, all right. So as I am doing this spread, I will say the Read Around the World spread, I usually, on my BookTube channel, do a series called Read Around the World, where I will pick a country for the month or region, and I will read a book set in that place. And so usually I would have 2 books that I read, and then I would draw like the country's flag that I'm reading from. I will write down facts, and then I will write down a recipe that is from that area, and I'll write our experience down. And so I just like to document that. It's pretty cool to look back on and see like all the different countries I've explored in book form, and just some of the foods that my husband and I have eaten from those places, and yeah. All right, so this is just like paper, and I saw the bees on here, and instead of drawing the bees, I thought I would just cut them out, and I did fussy cut them and just kind of glued them on the page. I just figured I didn't want to take the time to draw the bees. But I liked the different elements, kind of got that scrapbooky feel to it. So there's just me playing around with those bees, and I'm just going to glue them down. Okay, I have this stamp that I always try to use, which is a globe. It's just a thing I try to do for my Read Around the World pages. And then here comes the stamps. Now, I have yet to figure out how to do this properly. I thought I had enough ink, but you're going to see that I struggled with this a lot. And, you know, I tried to like put all the pressure on the block as much as I can. I don't think I'm doing it right, because when I pulled it up, either I didn't have enough ink or I didn't, really press down on certain places. I think it was a mix of both. But here I'm getting frustrated, so I took the R off, and then I decided to do just the E, A, and D and retry again. But in the end, I'm just going to go back and fill in the E, the A, and the D later with a micron pen, I think is what I used, or a Tombow. I can't remember right now. And then I just did world. I think this one came out a little better. Yeah, this one came out a little better, but I went back to the smaller stamps, and then I think I ended up just writing around, the word around, with a black pen. So anyways, you can see all the ink markings that I have on the page. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe stamping words aren't my thing, or maybe I just need more practice, but oh well, it is what it is. So there's me just kind of cutting out another Dutch door, and I'm going to get ready for the last 2 pages in this setup video. So I had this really pretty, to me it looks like satin washi tape, and I think I just got this from Michaels. There was a set of these colors. Some of them were patterned, some of them are, and then this one was like, what's it called? Not patterned. So I used that, and then I had another washi tape that came from a subscription box from Archer and Olive, and this one is like a pretty gold, like liquid gold washi, and I thought that was perfect for, you know, the honeycomb. And then I had a little bit of space left, so I had this black washi tape. Kind of looks like electrical tape, honestly, but it's just, it's washi tape. And I decided just to add the black at the back. And then the other side was looking a little bare, so I did put that hexagon washi tape on that side. I had a sticker that says unplug, but I liked the flowers on it. I think it matched the color scheme. So I put it on the bottom, and then I put the word grace. And so grace, it has a lot of definitions on it, but the one that I ended up marking was smoothness of form or movement, because I thought about the washi tapes. It's very smooth. But I also put grace because at the end of the month, I always look back and see how many books I've read. And I don't want to put a lot of pressure on that. And so I was like, just give yourself grace. You know, there are some seasons where I'm just picking up books like crazy and reading. And then there are seasons where I'm not. And that's okay. Like, I don't have to feel overwhelmed. So that's why I put that there. And then I found this really pretty rose gold sticker that I just put around there. And then I'm stenciling, wrap up, found these flowers again, and just decided to kind of try to, I guess echo, yeah, or just do those flowers that I used in the beginning to kind of mirror. That's probably what I meant, mirror. And then I'm writing books read, and that's going to be the place where I put my book stickers on. So yeah. All right, so here is my final flip through, and I added some more of that pretty washi tape. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I will fill everything in later because this did take a while, but I'm very happy how this turned out. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in another video. Bye guys.